Hare Krishna. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Yashodhanandana Braja Jana Ranjana. Yashodhanandana Braja Jana Ranjana. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Vihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Vihari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Madhav, Radha Madhav Radhe. Jaya Jagannatha, Jaya Baladeva, Subhadramai, Jaya Sudarshana. Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Gurudev. Gaur Premanande, Hare Hare Bol. Jai Om Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivrajikacharya Ashtotrasata Srimad His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. ISKCON Founder Acharya, BBT Founder Acharya, His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivrajikacharya Ashtotrasata Srimad His Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada Ki Jai. समवेद भक्त वृंद की जय. गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल. श्रीमद्-भागवतम की जय. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये. नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवत्युत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकीं. कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः. नमः पङ्कजनाभाय नमः पङ्कजमालिने नमः पङ्कजनेत्राय नमस्ते पङ्कजाङ्ग्रे. Hare Krishna. Welcome all today, this morning, Bhagavatam class at ISKCON Attapur. We had so many activities earlier. So we had Jagannath Radha Yatra, 29th June. Then we had two Radha Yatras from congregation devotees on 1st and 3rd of July. Then we had a Yatra, Mayapur, Jagannath Puri Yatra. And we came back 2 days back. And also a lot of devotees went for where? Ahobilam. Ahobilam. So presence is very less, but still we are discussing Bhagavatam. Is a very high current subject. So Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. So Prabhupada has introduced. We are studying here. So I'm not that much qualified, but I'm very fortunate to be among all of you. I'm trying to do a little bit. So I pray to all the acharyas so that I'll be able to speak something. So right now we're discussing the subject is Canto 2 and Chapter 10, and today is the Test 8. The Canto 2 is discussing about the cosmic manifestation, which is the title given by Prabhupada, which is following the footsteps of acharyas. Then Chapter 10 titled as Bhagavatam is the answer to all questions. Yes, of course, Bhagavatam is the one. Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, they are the subjects which give all answers to this whole world. And text 8 today talking about an individual person possessing the instruments of senses is called Adhyatmika person, and individual controlling deity of the senses is called Adidhaivik, and embodiment seen on the eyeballs is called the Adibhautik person. So there are three persons. We will discuss more when we are going through this verse. Let us recite this verse. Yodhyatmikoyam purushaha sosamevadidhaivikaha. Hare Krishna. Yastatro bhaya vichedaha purusho hyadi bhautikaha yodhyatmikoyam purushaha sosamevadidhaivikaha yastatro bhaya vichedaha purusho hyadi bhautikaha yodhyatmikoyam purushaha sosavevadidhaivikaha yastatro bhaya vichedaha purusho hyadi bhautikaha. We can repeat. Yeah. Yodhyatmikoyam purushaha sosamevadi yastatro bhaya vichedaha purusho hyadi bhautikaha. Yodhyatmikoyam purushaha sosavevadidhaivikaha yastatro bhaya vichedaha purusho hyadi bhautikaha. Yodhyatmikoyam purushaha sosavevadidhaivikaha yastatro bhaya vichedaha purusho hyadi bhautikaha. Anybody? Matajis, anybody? So let us read synonyms. One who adhyatmikaha is possessed of the senses, sense organs, possessed of the sense organs. I am this Purushaha, personality, Saha, he, Asau, that, Eva, also, Adidaivikaha, controlling deity, Yaha, that which, Tatra, there, Ubhaya, of both, Vichedaha, separation, Purushaha, person, he, for, Adi Bhautikaha, the visible body or the embodied living entity. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. The individual person possessing different instruments of senses is called the Adhyatmic person. And the individual controlling deity of the senses is called Adidaivik. The embodiment seen on the eyeballs is called the Adi Bhautik person. Can you repeat after me? The individual person possessing the different instruments of senses is called the Adhyatmic person. And the individual controlling deity of the senses is called Adidaivik. The embodiment seen on the eyeballs is called the Adi Bhautik person. Let us read the purport. The supreme controlling Samam Bonam is the personality of Godhead in his plenary portion of Paramatma or the super soul manifestation. In Bhagavad Gita 10.42 it is said, Atava bahunaitena kim jnatena tavarjuna vistabhyam idam krishnam ekamsena stito jagat. Translation, it is not mentioned in purport, but I have put for the understanding. Translation, but what need is there, Arjuna, for all this detailed knowledge when a single fragment of myself I pervade and support this entire universe? That is opulence of the absolute, the chapter 10. All the controlling deities like Vishnu, Brahma and Shiva are different manifestations of the Paramatma feature of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Sri Krishna, who exhibits himself in such manners by entering into each and every universe generated from him. But still apparently there are divisions of the controller and controlled. For example, in the food controlling department, the controller of food is a person made of the same ingredients as the person who is controlled. Similarly, each and every individual in the material world is controlled by the higher demigods. For example, we have our senses, but the senses are controlled by superior controlling deities. We cannot see without light, and the supreme controller of light is the sun. The sun god is the sun planet, and we, the individual human beings, or any other being on this earth, are all controlled by the sun god as far as our eyes are concerned. Similarly, all senses we have are controlled by the superior demigods, who are also as much living entities as we are. But one is empowered while the other is controlled. The controlled living entity is called the Adhyatmic person, and the controller is called the Adi-Daivik person. All these positions in the material world are due to different fruitive activities. Any individual living being can become the sun god or even Brahma or any other god in the upper planetary system by a higher grade of pious work. And similarly, one becomes controlled by the higher demigods by lower grades or fruitive activities. So every individual living entity is subject to the supreme control of the Paramatma, who puts everyone in different positions of the controller and the controlled. That which distinguishes the controller and controlled, that is the material body, is called the Adi-Bhautik Purusha. The body is sometimes called Purusha as confirmed in the Vedas in the following hymns: Savayesa Purusonna Rasamyaha. This body is called the Annarasa embodiment. This body depends on food. The living entity which is embodied does not eat anything. However, because the owner is spirit in essence, the material body requires replacement of matter for the wearing and tearing of the mechanical body. Therefore, the distinction between the individual living entity and controlling planetary deities in the Annarasamya body. This sun may have a gigantic body and the man may have a smaller body. But all these visible bodies are made of matter. Nonetheless, the sun god and the individual person who are related as the controller and the controlled are the same spiritual parts and parcels of the Supreme Being. And it is the Supreme Being who places different parts and parcels in different positions. And thus the conclusion is that the Supreme Person is the shelter of all. Om Agnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunnitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Sopadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Sri Gurun Vaishnavamsya Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunadanitam Tam Sajivam Sadhvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakhanitamsa Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nityanamine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desa Tarine He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dena Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rushabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Krupa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrunda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. I welcome you all once again. I seek blessings of all Vaishnavas who are sitting here and also seek blessings of Acharyas. So today's verse is most applicable to, we have to seek the blessings because the senses which we have are the bhautik, so to work them, to there is to be the subtle senses behind and also Adi-Daivika, they are the controllers, unless they control, I cannot speak here, I cannot see, no voice will come. Prabhupada says, people are very proud of their senses, very proud of power. Once Krishna withdraws of power, they cannot do anything. We can see many people, they paralyze, they cannot do anything, they cannot work. Though they were very, very strong people, at the end they lose their power. So not only that, even any time, any power can go. While walking, one can fall down, can break his legs. So all these are controlled by, all these Adi-Daivika, though today's verse is most applicable here. So just to go forward, let us capture, recap what all we are doing. So this is the Canto 2, we are discussing the cosmic manifestation. We have gone through many chapters, like the first step in God realization, the Sukadeva Goswami mentioning, then Lord in the heart, then pure devotional service, the change in heart, the process of creation, the cause of all causes, Purusha Sukta confirmed, and scheduled incarnation with specific functions, then questions by King Pariksit, answers by citing the Lord's version. Then now the chapter 10 we are discussing. Bhagavatam is the answer to all questions. Like for any questions, no, because Prabhupada writes, the whole world works on the questions and answers. Even Bhagavad Gita, you see, the Arjuna asks questions and Krishna answers. Sri Sri Radha Madhava ki jai, Jagannath Baldeva Subhadramaya Sudarshan ki jai, Go Nitai ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So questions and answers, the whole world, like, Prabhupada writes one of the purpose, like the morning day starts with question and answers, like the birds chirping, kitch, 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 like, they must be talking, what the one bird may be asking other bird, where shall we go today for food? So other bird must be answering, Similarly, like in many places, Prabhupada writes, in the court, there are question and answers. In the school, students put questions and teacher answers, everywhere, in the house, everywhere, answer, question and answers. Like in the classes also, at the end we have question and answers. But the Bhagavatam is full of question and answers, So Pariksit Maharaj asked questions, and also so many in the where this Sukadeva Goswami, Sonakadi Rishis, and all these question and answer. So this Bhagavatam is the answer to all questions. So this is the topic, Prabhupada titled. Okay. So actually each Bhagavatam 10 cantos have been the title, which is coming in the first sloka of this chapter. So what was that? Sri Sukha Ovacha Atra Sargo Visargascha Sthanam Poshanam Uttaya Manvantareshanu Katha Nirodha Muktir Ashrayaha. So these are all the 10 subject matters, all these cantos have been titled. So Prabhupada has given these titles, we'll go through that. So Sargaha, so Sarga is the one which is the Krishna already created, this one. That is the answer statement of the creation of the universe. Krishna is already given a blueprint. Visarga is the one making the bodies, Brahma making all our bodies, all Jivas bodies. That is the Visarga. That is the secondary creation. Sthanam, the planetary systems, the Sthanam, all these planetary systems positioned in its position, like, they are all, are rotating in a particular form. So they are all in the Sthanam. So Krishna has placed them. Then Poshanam, the protection, like, everything to be protected, like, like Srishti, Sthiti and Pralaya. So these are the 3 states, like, the Poshanam is very important, like, Here Acharya says Poshanam is not just the regular, the material Poshanam. He says it is one of things like a devotees who have given up everything, and they may have a past life vasanas, they may fall down. So Krishna protects them. So that is a one sort of a porshana. So Lord takes care of them because devotees have given up everything and they are surrendered to Lord and they are trying to do the bhakti. So in that bhakti path, so they should not fall down. So Krishna protects them, by removing all the anarthas. We pray to the Narasimha Bhagavan to remove the anarthas in our bhakti. So for that Krishna protects the devotees. the Uthaya, the impetus, whatever impetus coming into this one. Then Manvantras, there are creations, Manvantras, so many Manvantras happening, Isha Anukataha. Then Nirodha, going back home. So Nirodha and Mukti, there are 2 points where all these material things going back into the Vishnu back, that is Nirodha. Then Mukti, giving up all the material elements, the gross and subtle elements, a person giving up. So he attains the Mukti. And beyond that is called the Ashraya. The Lord gives the Ashraya to everyone, So there is nobody exists in this universe without Ashraya. Though here many people think that we have got Ashraya of someone, some minister or somebody else, But actually Ashraya is the Supreme Personality of God. He is the, even Acharyas write, even Paramatma is also gets the Ashraya of Supreme Lord. So these are all the things is been the starting of this sloka. So I'm not going into detail of all these slokas. Just I captured just for the sake of understanding. So there are all the different slokas coming to simply read the translation. Sukadeva Goswami said in the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam there are 10 divisions which discussed of statement regarding the following: the creation of the universe, subcreation, planetary systems, protection by the Lord, the creative impetus, the change of Manus, the signs of God, returning home back to Godhead, liberation, and the Samambonam. So Prabhupada has given wonderful word, that Samambonam, the Ashraya. Then the second sloka talks about to isolate the transcendence of the Samambonam. The symptoms of the rest are described sometimes by Vedic interference, sometimes by direct explanation, and sometimes by samam explanation. Actually, Acharya says all these 9 elements to highlight the Ashraya Tattva. Actually, all these nine elements, they are like giving light to ultimately giving the samam bonam, topmost thing. The elementary creation of 16 items of matter, namely the 5 elements: fire, water, land, air, and sky, sound. These all the things has been during creation we studied. So let us not go into more detail. The right situation for the living entities is to obey the laws of the Lord and thus be in perfect peace of mind. So it is, everybody understood, is a very common point. If you obey the laws, like a government laws, if you follow, we will be peaceful. So we pay the taxes, we follow road rules, so that we don't stuck into any of the things. Similarly, in our life also, whatever God-given laws, if you follow it, we will not be troubled, by the nature. So, so otherwise we will be time to time get troubled by the, because everything is monitored by the Adi Daivika Shaktis. So, the signs of God describes the incarnations of the personality of Godhead and his different activities together with the activities of his great elements, which is studied in the text 5. Text 6 talks about the merging of the living entity along with his conditional living tendency with the mystic lying down on the Mahavishnu is called the winding up of the cosmic manifestation, liberation. So he's talking about liberation. The 7th is talking yesterday, Radhanath Krishna Prabhu has given the class. The Supreme One who is celebrated as the Supreme Being or the Supreme Soul is the Supreme Source of cosmic manifestation as well as its reservoir and winding up. Thus he is the Supreme Fountainhead, the Absolute Truth. So it is talking about Pralaya, winding up of the everything. So today topic is slightly different. Is talking about the individual person possessing different instruments, which we have already read. So it is talking about Adi Bhautika, Adhyatmika, Adi Dhaivika. In fact, we have studied in Bhagavad Gita, there are three types of kleshas. Adi Bhautika, Adi Adhyatmika and Adi Dhaivika kleshas. Three types of kleshas. The kleshas coming, problems coming due to our body and mind, they are called Adi Bhautika, and which is Adhyatmika, and due to other entities, that is called Adi Bhautika. And the natural calamities like earthquakes, tornadoes, all these things are due to Adi Daivika. They are controlled by Lord. So all these 10 names given in this first sloka itself, Sukadeva Goswami explained, these are the titles given to each canto. Sri Prabhupada has the first canto when he was taken to USA, along with him, he has simply written as introduction actually. But later when he was traveling in Jaladota, he has given the titles of each canto. So he has given the names, first canto as the Absolute Truth, Symptoms of Objectivity. So this is the picture Prabhupada written with his own handwriting. So he has given the titling, all the cantos of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. So has been translated for us to understand in the what is the Prabhupada has written, because his handwriting is like, like chain writing. Like earlier days, I remember my grandfather and all used to write. You don't understand anything, it simply goes like, they don't lift the pen, they once start from this page, they keep going up to the page end, there is no, see, this one, so sometimes they put dots here, there, that type of, I don't know what sort of thing they used to write, any language, they used to write like that, so those days, they were the experts. So the titles actually Prabhupada has given, and today Bhagavatam slightly different, so the names given is the Absolute Truth. Actual title of Bhagavatam is Creation, the Cosmic Manifestation, the Status Quo, the Creation of the Fourth Order. So these are the titles as given anyway. So we will not go into details. So just to understand the sequence I mentioned. These senses this absolute truth, actually, there is a sloka comes in Bhagavatam 2.11, because here we are talking Adi Bhautika, Adi Dhaivika, Adhyatmika. There are different yogis and all understand Supreme Lord indifferently. Someone understands him like Brahma, some understanding Brahman, some understand as the Paramatma, and another one understands him as Bhagavan. So in the Bhagavatam 2.11 describes that Vadanti Tattvata Vidastatvam Yajnana Yadyayam Brahmeti Paramatmeti Bhagavaniti Sabdhyati. So learned transcendentalists who know the absolute truth call this non-dual substance Brahman or Paramatma or Bhagavan, depending upon their conscious levels. There are three things, which we have earlier studied, like someone seeing the train far away and a big light and all. Then someone looks like train is like a snake going like this, and someone can enter into the train, see the bogies and all. So like that, understanding the Supreme Lord also differently based on their consciousness. So here in this we studied three levels, like three elements, and Acharyas also write Adi Daivika, Adhyatmika, Adi Bhautika. All these things, though they are three, but it is one, actually one system. To function things together, all the things has to work properly. Then only any individual's desire will be fulfilled. Someone want to enjoy, do sense gratification. So to those senses has to function. To function those senses, all the three persons has to work together in a coordinated manner. Like, Adi Daivika, Adhyatmika, Adi Bhautika, all these things has to work together, So it is like a one system. Even any machine, if you see, like you have anything, any system, like a heater or a refrigerator, they also works like that only. You have there is a sensors inside to measure the temperature, So automatic system, it is cooling down or heating up. So all the sensors will measure what is the temperature, what is the light. So they will control. Even the sound systems, they will also, there is a control mechanism. Now we can see here, this is a microphone, this is Adi Bhautika, and also we have a speakers here, we are hearing the sound, that is also Adi Bhautika. But behind that, there is some electrical signal, they are working, we can consider them, they are like Adhyatmika, there is an energy coming from. So to work all those things, you need to have electrical circuits, which is controlled, as a control circuit. Same way in this universe also, Adi Bhautika, Adhyatmika, Adi Daivika, all these things together, they function, then the things will be, work successfully. Otherwise it will be failure, So this is how the whole system is mentioned. So all the jivas are covered with three layers. So these are the three layers. Adi Bhautika, Adhyatmika and Adi Daivika. So these are the three different layers. So one is, first is Adi Bhautika. Little boring subject, okay. See, Adi Bhautika, then is like our gross body, these are all Adi Bhautika. Then you have a subtle elements, the subtle senses. To function these physical senses, we have a subtle senses inside, So then those subtle senses is controlled by Adi Daivika, is deities, controlling deities. They will take all these things, Because of that only they will function properly. So in Bhagavad Gita also Arjuna asks, who are all those, who are all these Adi Daivika, who is the gods, who are the demigods? There is a question comes, Krishna answers, what is that? Sri Bhagavanu Vacha Aksharam Brahma Paramam Swabhavo Adhyatma Muchyate Bhuta Bhavodbhava Karo Visargaha Karma Sanjita. The Supreme Personality of God said, the indestructible, transcendental living entity is called Brahman, and his eternal nature is called Adhyatma, the self. Action pertaining to the development of the material bodies of the living entities is called karma or fruitive activities. Next sloka it says, Adibhutam ksharo bhavaha purushascha dhaivatam adiyajnohamevatra dehe deha prutamvara. O best of the embodied beings, the physical nature of which is constantly changing is called Adibhota, the material manifestation. The universal form of the Lord, which includes all the demigods like those of the sun and moon, is called Adi Daiva. And I, the Supreme Lord, represented as the super soul in the heart of every embodied being, am called Adi Yajna, the Lord of sacrifice. So this is what the definitions given in Bhagavad Gita about Adi Bhautika, Adhyatmika and Adi Daivika. So coming to our subject matter, the three elements to function we can see in a pictorial form. Like we have so many senses. They are the gross senses, The gross senses just only, they are physical, Unless there is a subtle senses, these gross senses of no use. They are like a dead elements, They don't have anything. To function those senses, you need to have like we have a gross body, behind that you have a subtle body, which we discussed. So we can see like here, the gross senses we have. To function that, you need to have a connection with the subtle senses, These subtle senses connecting with, there is a Paramatma sitting inside every living being, even every atom also is sitting. And then we have the demigods who are Adi Daivika. They are the controllers of each and every element. On the top of that you can see the Bhagavan is there. From him all these things, in a coordinated manner everything works. As Prabhupada has written here, unless sun is there, the sunlight comes and falls on this table or anywhere, you cannot see anything. In the dark you cannot see. Of course we can proudly say now sun is not there, we have lights, but the light is coming from where? Behind that there is an energy is produced, this electricity. We have thermal energy, whatever energies, those things coming from sun only ultimately. So without that you cannot, all these things won't function. So these are the three things mainly talking about today topic, but I have made so many slides actually. So in Bhagavad Gita one sloka comes 15.9, all these senses, how they function, Srotram Chakshuh Sparsanam Cha Rasanam Granam Cha Adhishtaya Manaschayam Vishayanupa Sevate. The living entity, thus taking another gross body, obtains a certain type of ear, eye, tongue, nose and sense of touch, which are grouped about the mind. He thus enjoys a particular set of sense objects. Here you have seen in the picture, like, we have the, these senses to function. You have the mind. From this, all the things, sometimes somebody, paralysis, brain stroke, he cannot enjoy the senses. Our senses won't work, paralysis. So he doesn't know what is heat, what is cold, he cannot see also. So all these things working in the brain, processing happens. So that is what here mentioned in this sloka. The no senses of touch which are grouped about the mind. So they are all working in the mind, so together. So without that, the subtle senses, mind is also one of the subtle sense. Mind, intelligence and ego, they are the part of subtle body. So these are the things mainly today topic. And today is being the Lokanath Goswami's disappearance day. We read little about him. I made little notes. Actually, Lokanath Goswami, born in Bengal, the place called Talakhadi. So his father's name was Padmanabha and mother is Sri Sita Devi. They are very Vaishnava philosopher, following Vedic culture, and they are a simple family. They were living together. When Lokanath Goswami born, he was not interested in material life. From the beginning, he wanted to leave the house and go away. But in one point of time, he leaves home and parents and goes away. He goes to Navadvip to take the darshan of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And a young boy, Lokanath Goswami, his eyes were always, looking for something, So because as he's not interested in bhautika activities, so he's always looking for love of God. So that way is why his eyes is looking for something, something adhyatmik, spiritual. So when he went to so he's not even attracted to shastras, like to become a jnani like thing, but he's always looking to get the love of God. Then Lokanath Swami went to Navadvip, as I said earlier, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was near Ganga. He was bathing there. Lokanath Goswami went and sitting behind him. Then Mahaprabhu saw him there, looking at his eyes, at Lokanath Goswami, the young boy, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu felt so very peaceful. This sitting here, he is so nice. He felt, and he hugged him, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then Lokanath Goswami asked him. Then asked Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, "Oh, what is the purpose of life?" He asked. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, without explaining much, he has given certain knowledge, but then he asked him, instructed him to go to Vrindavana. So Lokanath Goswami also came to know that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is going to take sannyasa in next few days. So then Lokanath Goswami was thinking about him, like he is taking sannyas, leaving family. Though he left family, he is thinking about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So somehow Chaitanya Mahaprabhu consoled him. So don't worry about all those things. You proceed to Vrindavana. Then Lokanath Goswami along with Bhugarbha Swami, Goswami, he went to Vrindavana. And where he was doing very simple life at Vrindavana. So he didn't have much disciples actually. He went to go to Vrindavana, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, you go to Vrindavana, Krishna's lotus feet, God hiding there. Find them out and worship Krishna's lotus feet there. So he took those instructions. Lokanath Goswami took those instructions very seriously. He went to Vrindavan. Those words really changed Lokanath Goswami, and he was in a simple manner, he started worshipping. He didn't have anything in his hand. He very few clothes, and he had Vinoda, deities with him, so he was worshipping those things always. Actually, so in Vrindavana, it is observed that late night of early morning of every day, one person in his hand with a broom, he is used to broom there, he is to swept the floor. So he is the Lokanath Goswami alone, and no one was there. And once in a while he used to observe, there is one young boy, he was cleaning the place where Lokanath Goswami go and do urinate or go to toilet there, that place. There is one young boy every day cleaning that place, So later that young boy was none other than Narottam Das Thakura. So Narottam Das Thakura went to Lokanath Goswami and wanted him to give the initiation. Lokanath Goswami never given. He said, I am not qualified to take disciples. So I myself need purification. How can I take someone as my disciple? So he was like that. He was delaying, giving this initiation to Narottam Das Thakur. But by seeing this Narottam Das Thakur every day clearing the things which Lokanath Goswami urinates and go for toilet, so his heart felt melted, and he takes him as a disciple. Then only one disciple Lokanath Goswami has got is only this Srila Narottama Dasa. Lokanath Goswami is a very simple sevak, is no show off, he is very simple, alone, without showing to anyone his activities. So he believes do bhakti in a simple manner, unlike, not in a big manner. One day, actually, some few people came to him, requested him, asked him to give some pravachanas. Why don't you give pravachanas? Because it looks like you are a very learned person. Why don't you give pravachanas? So that people get purified. Then Lokanath Goswami says that I myself not purified. What pravachanas I can give it to purify others? So, and he promised, when I really get purified like the dust of Vrindavana, I will certainly try to give pravachanas so that what all you are expecting to get purified, I will fulfill your desires. So like that Lokanath Goswami, speaks to those villagers there. Of course, finally I said Sri Narottama Dasa become his disciple. At the last days of Lokanath Goswami, was becoming old, and people seeing that he may leave his body one day, they were all asking him, so are you want to leave Vrindavana? So he says, no, how can I leave Vrindavana? I never leave Vrindavana, because my body is made up from Vrindavana. Even if I leave my body, I will become air in Vrindavana, So right now I'm in a body which is made of vraja, so like dust. So if I leave this body, then I will be hawa ban ke rahunga yahan, something like that he says, like Vrindavan ka hawa. So when he left his body in the Vrindavana, all the trees become very silent, and birds and all become very stop chirping, like and the lamps in all the temples, they started glowing on its own. So that is what happened when Lokanath Goswami left his body. So such a great simple sadhu like Lokanath Goswami, we also should learn something to do bhakti in a simple manner, so without having much show off to others. So of course there are so many devotees here, so that is one of the learnings we can learn from this. And there is one, we will recite this, Lokanath Goswami. Where is this? I missed out. Let us read this pranam mantra of Lokanath Goswami, has been written by Narottama Das Thakura. It reads, is enough for Śrīmad-Radha Vinodaikesava. You can read it. So you can do it. Udaikeshava Sampat Samanvitam. Let us do together maybe. Śrīmad-Radha Vinodaikeshava Sampat Samanvitam Padmanabhatmajam Śrīmallokanada Prabhum Bhaje. You can read the translation. Okay. Son of Sri Padmanabhan. लोकनाथ स्वामी गोस्वामी महाराज की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय. So this is what today I try to cover in the class. Anything Prabhu want to add, maybe something. So anything to discuss on Bhagavatam side? Any questions we didn't take up? Maybe we can want to add something. Adhyatmika, Adi Bhautika, Adi Daivika, Adi Klesha. Yeah. Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय, गौर प्रेमानंदे, हरि हरि बोल, हरे कृष्ण. जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय.